What is up, hooligans? Happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. Appreciate you guys all being here. We're going to read through the schedule really quick. Then we'll flip through all the chats, make sure everything is running smoothly. And we'll go ahead and get her started. So we missed press briefing. Press briefing was an hour and 15 minutes ago. I don't know why they decided to move it up so close. They keep going live right when I'm setting everything up. I'm halfway through setting up the schedule and then they just decide to go live. But they never say anything that's worth listening to anyways. We might be missing a Peter Ducey moment here or there, but I don't know. Tis what it is. We'll be starting off this live with a video titled, "These New Concerns About China Should Worry You." It's talking about TikTok, and I don't understand why people care so much about TikTok, as if other social media doesn't send our stuff to China and whatever. But either way, that's where we're starting. Then we have a video titled, "Camera Briefly Gets Into Trump Trial Courtroom, Judge Takes Glasses Off and Smiles." This is all publicity. The whole Trump thing is all publicity. They don't care about nothing. Everyone involved is just trying to get some screen time. We have a few of these videos. The next one's titled, "This is a Disgrace. Trump Speaks at Courtroom Ahead of Civil Trial." So before he went in and saw everybody and whatever, he lets us know what he thinks of everything. Then we have a video titled, "New York AG Letitia James Rips Trump on Courthouse Steps Before New York City Trial Begins." So it's her 2 cents before everything begins. And then we will be wrapping that whole subject up with a video titled, "Donald Trump in New York Court Over Civil Fraud Trial." It shows him right when he walks out of the courtroom, and he just goes on to express how he feels about the whole situation. Then we'll be wrapping things up with a video titled, "What an Embarrassment. Democrat Caught Pulling Fire Alarm, Roasted for Excuse." It was while they were figuring out whether or not the government was going to shut down, which they bypassed, and the crowd goes mild. Nobody really cares that it's all continuing on. It is what it is. Either way, we're going to read through the chat really quick, make sure everything's running smoothly, and then we will get her started. What's up, Annette? Happy freedom. What's up, Donna Sparks? Appreciate you being here. I don't know if Matt's having problems or what's going on. Matt's here, and then he's gone, and then he's back, and then he's gone. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. And got your DigiPick ready to unlock news stories? I know, that thing is so cool. It's so cool. What's up, everyone over on Rumble? Let's make sure everything's running. It is. What's up, Snooks? What's up, Astro Hammer? What's up, Flea Speech? What's up, Matt? Let's see. What's up, Mike? What's up, RK? What's up, Jeb? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Appreciate you guys all being here. Let's move this around. Oh, Odyssey. Is Odyssey working or not? I forgot to write them yesterday. And I think tomorrow we're going to start including D Live. I have to contact them by email again today, but I think tomorrow we'll also include D Live in the lineup. So that'll be cool. Odyssey looks like it's still just buffering to death. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. What's up, everyone over on Kick? Happy freedom. What's up to Rosa? What's up, Tom Tom? What's up, Cat's Eye? Happy freedom, you hooligans. What's up, everyone over on Twitch? What's up, Grey Wolf? What's up, K-Love? What's up, Soul for Real? Welcome to the live, you hooligans. What's up, everyone over on GoofTube? Let me get you this Rumble link. It's like a life raft. Let's see. I'm going to turn off that emoji thing so it's not in the way of everyone in the chat. Alright, much better. Much better. Did it work? It did work. Well, happy freedom, all of you hooligans over on YouTube. So we're going to be starting with this first video titled, "These New Concerns About China Should Worry You." But first, I want to shout out to Tom Tom, because he sent me these cool Michigan stickers. He sent me a plethora of them. yeah, I'll put that on the Subaru and see if people still ride my ass. I love these. I love these designs. I always wanted one, but I never had one. He sent me 2 different ones, in white and in black. I appreciate you, Tom. Thank you guys for sending me this. You guys are awesome. Pretty excited about it. Not gonna lie, it's been a while. It's been a while I've been wanting this, and now I got it. I'm gonna get it back in the envelope here so they don't get messed up. Appreciate you, Tom. All right, hooligans. So before we get started on this first video, I want to remind you guys we got the Orange Eagle shirts, tank tops, hoodies, coffee mugs, all that stuff. If that's not your style, you can go for the Screaming Goat. Checking all that stuff out. I'll put I'm having a time today. Putting the link in the chat while you guys are enjoying or laughing at this first video. Let's go ahead and get this started.
New concerns tonight about China's influence inside the United States. And the concerns are coming from within TikTok. The Wall Street Journal is reporting a string of high-level execs have transferred from parent company ByteDance to TikTok. And from Beijing to the United States, company meetings are even conducted in Chinese now. It's making U.S. staff very worried about how much control China has over TikTok, despite their past protestations to the contrary. Joining me now, Congressman Mike Gallagher, chair of the Select Committee on the CCP. Congressman, our friend Mike Pompeo warned about this in 2019. You've warned about it, but the Biden administration hands off. Oh, they're going to have can we call it a Chinese wall between China and TikTok? Doesn't seem like that's there.
Well, if you remember, the CEO of TikTok came to Congress and testified and specifically cast doubt on the level of control that ByteDance had over TikTok, which was absurd at the time for anyone following this, but now is proven to be a lie. TikTok is controlled by ByteDance, and ByteDance is, of course, controlled by the Chinese Communist Party. So, therefore, we cannot allow the CCP to control the dominant media platform in America. Yet Congress has been silent on this issue and paralyzed for months now because of a massive lobbying campaign.
Oh, big
multi-million-dollar lobbying campaign on behalf of TikTok. They're weaponizing the D.C. swamp against us, but we have to act before it's too late.
Well, a bombshell report, speaking of China, just came out from Politico. The CCP nabbed 60,000 emails from the State Department. We knew there was a hack, but we didn't know how pervasive it was. Among the most sensitive information stolen were victims' travel itineraries in diplomatic deliberations. Congressman, we can't even secure our email in our government. What's our federal budget now for the State Department? What's their IT budget? Do we even know?
Yeah, it's right. It's massive. But here's what makes it even worse. Remember we had the previous report that the Commerce Secretary's emails were hacked. And what did she do after that report? She went to Beijing to engage with the Chinese Communist Party. So despite the fact that the CCP has not relaxed its relentless economic and cyber warfare campaign against us, the Biden administration is trying to revive economic and diplomatic engagement with China as the foundation of our foreign policy. It's naive. It's dangerous because we slow key defensive action that we need to take to defend ourselves. And so China's not slowing down, but we're slowing down because of some mistaken assumptions we have about the nature of this.
We're going to have you back to talk about what's happening with Ford and the auto industry and China's influence on that as well. Congressman, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey.
Well, that's great, and all more people scared of TikTok. I don't understand why that even matters, though. Like, I think people forgot the whole reason to worry about China. The whole reason that, as far as I know, in my millennial brain, as far as I know, people worry about China because they don't want us to be affected by communism. We don't want to be controlled like people are in China. We don't want the CCP to influence our government or the way our businesses are ran over here. We don't want to live in a society that's led by communism. We're being hurt more now by our own government than we are China. So why should we give a shit that specific social media is ran by China when all the rest of them are pretty much being ran by our government? Now, I don't know about X and all that because Elon insists on this, that, and the other and claims to have free speech, even though people are still being suspended on Twitter. I don't understand why people care. I think there's like a sleight of hand going on. We're living almost under communist rule as it is, but we're still supposed to be scared of the CCP. I don't understand how that matters at all. I'm more pissed at what our government's doing to us than anything CCP is doing. That shit does not affect me. What happens here affects me. And so I don't understand the whole let's be scared of TikTok thing. That's, I don't know. How is it any different? Facebook sells our shit to China also. They take all of our data. They sell it to everybody. They even have other social media taking that data and tracking us. So they're using Facebook information to track us all over the internet. Anywhere you are on Google or Chrome, or if you go to Twitter, or if you go to this website or that website, you're being tracked. And it all starts with the data that comes from Facebook. Facebook never stops tracking you. As soon as you make an account or you log into your account, even if you delete it and all that stuff, they're already tracking you. They've already got their little hooks in you. But we should worry about the CCP. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Doesn't make any sense. We're going to read through the chat really quick and get your hooligan opinions. See what you guys think about it. Maybe you can, like, cue me in on what's going on here, because I don't understand why we worry about it. What's up, Hair Juicer? Happy Freedom. What's up, Sam? Appreciate you being here. And that our government is Marxist. So why are they worried about TikTok? Because they can't hack into it to spy on us. I guess. I mean, even spying. What do I care if a Chinese person is spying at me? Like, our government's spying on us, and they have the reach to do something to us. So I don't know. I don't know. Like, I was on the phone when I was putting this together, and the way I kind of felt about the whole situation, it's like you have an enemy across the street, and you're standing on this side of the street with your buddy. Your buddy's putting cigarettes out on your arm, just over and over again, just putting cigarettes out on your arm. But you're staring across the street like, fuck you, guy. Don't you come over here, CCP. Don't you come over here. I don't want this problem. But your buddy's just sitting there putting cigarettes out on you. And you're just worried about what's going on across the street. Doesn't make any sense to me. Makes no sense. What's up, Shannon? Happy Freedom. What's up, Seppa? Appreciate you being here. What's up, D-Cat? I completely agree. The government should be dismantled and reestablished for we the people. Yeah, we need a reset. We need a reset. They got too much power, and they have no interest in doing the right thing. What's up, Miss Jamie? What's up, Tam Tam? Appreciate you being here. Jeb, my enemy across the street doesn't have nuclear weapons. Yeah. I don't know. All the little things are building up to, to hurt us. The open border and so on and so forth. I really am not worried about nuclear weapons. If anything, that'll be a day off. That flash in the sky will be the last thing you ever see, and all your bills are paid, or they're not. Work has schedule, or it doesn't. It doesn't matter after the flash in the sky. We all get a day off, and it's like, I don't know. It's kind of like the government shutdown. Like, see what happens. Let's see what happens. I'm not really afraid of the nuclear thing. More afraid of the open border and the control the government has. The way that they're trying to influence children, the way that they're influencing these soft and stupid people to turn their kids' wiener inside out and all this other stuff that's going on, I'm way more afraid of that than nuclear war or any flashes in the sky. Let's do it. I don't care. I don't want bad things to happen, but bad things are happening. So I'm not worried about what may come. I'm worried about what's going on. What, Snooks? What did I do? What did I do? You calling me out. I must have did something wrong. Already getting started. I don't know. I kind of feel like I have a fever today, and my back, shoulders, and neck is aching like crazy. I wonder if I'm actually sick, and I don't realize it. I'm just loopy. Today's gonna be extra entertaining. I could tell you that. Jeb, at this point, I will run under I can't talk. Run under a incoming missile and signal a fair catch. I mean, I don't know. I feel like a lot of us, the majority of us, are monitoring what's happening around us, but we just feel helpless. We feel like we can't control our surroundings. We're not making enough money. Everything's costing too much. There's so much control everywhere we go. Not allowed to just be a person. Feel like you can't breathe. Like the protesters, you just can't breathe. I don't know. It's not good. It's not good. I think everybody just wants a little relief. If Old Man Walter was here, he'd be like, oh, the breathing room. Old Man Walter. Miss Jamie coming down with something, fluids and rest. Yeah, I've been drinking a lot of water. I mean, my back hurts so bad I actually took Advil, so now I'm nauseous and I'm considering about how I'm going to be throwing up blood later, but as long as my back doesn't hurt the way that it does right this second, I'll be happy. Throw up a little blood for some pain relief. RK, yeah, make sure you strike a good pose. That's right. Thank you for reminding me. If you see that flash in the sky, you don't forget. Your shadow will be on the ground forever, so you make sure you do something worth looking at. It's gonna be good. What's up, Pumpkin? Happy Freedom. What's up, Breezy? What's up, Cheeseburger O? Appreciate you guys all coming in. We're just flipping through the chat really quick. I gotta get a hold of Odyssey. I don't know what the deal is with that over there. TomTom, I did. I didn't want to bring it up on the live, but I did. And thank you so much, TomTom. I really appreciate all the support. DeRosa, it's a distraction to blame blame the boogeyman, other countries. Yeah. Yep. It is. And I think that's the first thing I thought. And I worry because getting in the habit of always thinking there's more to a situation is not always accurate. It's not always a healthy way to look at things. But that was the first thing I thought when I seen that is, oh, okay, let's be mad at TikTok and CCP as if our social media and our government's not really doing the same thing to us. And that was the first thing I thought, just like the Tupac thing. We should be like, yay, they caught his killer, somebody involved in the murder of Tupac 27 years later. Justice for Tupac. And instead we're all like, yeah, but what are you distracting us from? Like, that's great. But what is it you don't want us to look at? That's what we're here for. I don't know. Let's see. What am I looking at? Deep South Jody. I don't know why you can't comment on Kick. DeRosa, TomTom, Cat's Eye, they're all on Kick right now, commenting. And we don't have mods on Kick. I think Wicked Patriot's a mod on Kick, but nobody's like modding Kick. So you should be able to, I don't think I've banned anyone. Maybe a bot. There might be bots that have been banned, but no actual person has been banned on Kick yet. Deep South Jody, TikTok algorithm is shunted to show you mostly left-wing crap. Yeah, it is. Yeah, they now have like a lot of misinformation policies over there. Half my videos got flagged. They don't even tell you when you get in trouble on TikTok. You're just in trouble. You don't even know it. They flagged like 12 or 13 of my videos saying there were misinformation. And one of them was Old Man Walter talking about selling government secrets. And I have the whole clip, including the part where he says he's joking. And there's nothing else in the video. And TikTok took it down as misinformation, saying Old Man Walter wasn't really selling state secrets and stuff like that. It's like, oh my god. Anything for censorship. Robert, are you going to show Trump in court? What do you mean? Like when the trial starts? Because like as far as I know, right now is just like a preliminary hearing or whatever. I don't know. I mean, we will. If he goes to court, we'll show it. But as far as like everything live right now, I think it's all over with. He went there, they talked about what was going to happen, and then they left. What's up, Proud Ankle? What's up, Jerry? Happy Freedom. What's up, Hillbilly at Heart? Appreciate you being here. What's up, Gary? What's up, JT3? Happy Freedom. Guardian of Chaos. TikTok is garbage, just my opinion. There is something addicting about TikTok. Like, people send me videos and I'll check it out, you know, whatever they're sending me. But then I come to the realization that I'm like scrolling. Like, I'll be like, oh yeah, let's see what this video is, and I'll check it out. But then I want to watch the next one, and I don't like that. What's the next one? Oh, that was kind of funny. What's the next one? And then next thing you know, 40 minutes has gone by, and I'm like, I want to pull my face out of the phone. Like, please let me go. There is something psychologically weird about TikTok, and it's effective. And that's why Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube are all trying to put their version of TikTok short form content onto their platforms. Is because that dopamine addiction to scrolling every 7 seconds is like just got us locked into a cage psychologically. And so they're trying to put it everywhere because it's so effective. It's messed up. Hair juicer, bright flash, and sonic boom. Effing finally. Yeah. That's I swear. I don't want anything bad to happen, but I think if there was a big flash in the sky and we knew it was all over, I think the majority of us would just take a sigh of relief. Like, whew, the race is over. No more having to work, no more suffering, no more paying bills, no more stress, no more control, no one nipping at our heels waiting for us to either get stomach cancer or whatever, the government's doing to us. It would just all be over. Finally get to go be with the Lord. I don't know. Well, this next video we're going to cover is titled Camera Briefly Gets into Trump Trial Courtroom, Judge Takes Glasses Off and Smiles. So these next the next 4 videos are all Trump related with his court thing that he had going on today. But this first video, although there's not a lot of information to be learned in this first video, it just goes to show that it's all publicity. They just all want their 5 minutes of fame. That's all this is. It's really nothing. Let's go ahead and get this started, hooligans. Look at Trump. He's like, go ahead, bring it on. I'm ready. I'm ready. This video is like a minute long or something, and they literally do nothing. They're just recording everyone there. Serious faces, everyone. It's all publicity. Not for Trump, he's the victim in the situation, but everybody else, it's all publicity. And that person right there has got goldfish eyes.
Okay.
And then look at this judge. Like he's posing for school photos. And they just go out into the hallway and stand there and stare at the floor, and nothing else really happens. But as you can see, like, what was the point of that? What was the point of that? They went to let the press in for a minute to do that. What was that? We already know he's at court. We've seen lots of sketches leading up to this specific court hearing from all the other court hearings. So what was the point of that? The judge thought it was so he could take a school photo. He was trying to fix his hair and get all nice and stuff. It's all publicity. That's all it is. It's not about justice. It's about publicity. So we're going to move on to this next one, because like I said, we got like 4 in a row here that are all connected to this situation, because this is the big news for the day, I guess. That's all I could find stuff on. This one's titled, "This is a Disgrace. Trump Speaks at Courthouse Ahead of Civil Trial." So this video and the next one are prior to him sitting in the courtroom like we were just watching.
Now, Donald Trump is still speaking. He calls this, he's arrived at court in New York City, where he's on trial for fraud, having been accused of inflating the value of his business assets, I should say. He calls this an attempt to hurt him for the election. He calls it a witch hunt, a disgrace. Trump says this should have been brought years ago, but they waited until his campaign. And Trump is calling Washington all corrupt. Shall we listen in for a moment, Sean? Go.
Get it straightened away. So we'll go in and see our rogue judge, and we'll listen to this man. And I think most people get it. People are getting it. I can tell you the voters getting it, because every time they give me a fake indictment, I go up in the polls, and that's never happened before. But this is a disgrace, and you're to go after this attorney general because she's turning off everybody from coming in. You know, I don't know if you take a look at the outflow of business.
Okay, we're going to walk away from this for a second because I've got news on Donald Trump. He continues to dominate in the polls. Let's have a look, please. Have we got these polls for us? Okay. He continues to dominate in the polls. Governor DeSantis is now being asked if he would play second fiddle. Would he be the vice president? Would DeSantis be the vice president for Trump? Ashley, you know more about this. What did he say?
Well, he said, forget about it, telling Maria Bartiromo over the weekend that he has advantages over Donald Trump. Watch this.
Governor, if President Trump came to you and said, let's partner up, you be my VP, would you do it?
No, I'm running for president. We need somebody that can serve 2 terms. We need somebody that can win states like Georgia and Arizona, which President Trump cannot do or did not do, even though candidates like McCain and Romney had no problem winning those states. We need somebody who, and I'm the only one running, including Donald Trump.
Well, those comments come in response to Trump's recent jab at the other GOP presidential candidates, saying before the last debate that they were all job candidates, and asking, quote, does anybody see any VP in the group? I don't think so. So that's Donald Trump.
Well, we haven't been covering the debate, but it's because we already know who the winner is going to be. We already know who the people's champ is. Not saying anything real new. I like Trump going out there in the courthouse, calling them out, telling them how it is right there in their own turf. I like that. So this next video is titled New York AG Letitia James rips Trump on courthouse steps before NYC trial begins. So this is taking place the same time as when Trump was just speaking, her being on the steps, talking about how great she is. I don't know why she has the eyeballs of a Shih Tzu. I don't think that helps her case at all, but you know, that's just my professional opinion. I don't know, it's a bunch of nonsense. But we're gonna go through and read comments after this video, and then we got 2 more hold on, let me look, because one of them is Trump. Oh, we got one more. The one after this is Trump expressing how he feels after the court situation happened. Either way, let's get started on this.
Everyone. Donald Trump and the other defendants have committed persistent and repeated fraud. Last week, we proved that in our motion for summary judgment. Today, we will prove our other claims. My message is simple. No matter how powerful you are, no matter how much money you think you may have, no one is above the law. And it is my responsibility and my duty and my job to enforce it. The law is both powerful and fragile, and today in court, we will prove our case. I thank you all for being here, and again, justice will prevail. Thank you.
Yes, justice will prevail, but we'll just send the cameras in for a photo op. So stupid. So stupid. Typical government stuff. We're here for the greater good. We're pulling this person down and we're saying bad things about him for the greater good. Just accept it. He's guilty because we said so. And even after he's proven innocent, we'll still tell everyone across the news that he's guilty, and we'll repeat it over and over again until people just believe it, even though in a court of law he was proven innocent. Just like everything else, just like the insurrection, just like the 2 impeachment trials, he will pass with flying colors and they will still say he's a failure. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. It is all publicity. Just reading through chat really quick. This next video is going to be Trump speaking after the trial, like literally walking out the doors and letting us know exactly how he feels about the whole situation. But we're going to read through the chat really quick. Poor little baby want cheese with that wine. I know, DeSantis. I like DeSantis for running Florida the way he does, but I don't think he's been doing very well on this whole presidential campaign thing. It's just my 2 cents on it. Sure, she made a duty. She literally has Shih Tzu eyes. It's like she's just low brow, nothing going on in the face, not a thought at all behind those eyes, as they have full surveillance in these directions. It's like she's justice will prevail. Yeah, okay. Yes, justice will prevail. Trump lied about how big his penthouse was. Better get that justice. That's going to help all of us. If we really knew how big his penthouse was, we could sleep better at night. It's whatever. So stupid. And he says it. He calls her out when he comes out of this room. He's like, yeah, you're worried about all this stuff? What about the crime going on in your city? What about that? Like, just calls her out. It's so good. Seppa, I don't think Trump wants him either. Oh, as VP? No. I think he should go for, oh my God, what is her name? The governor of South Dakota. Whatever her name is. Was it Kristi Noel? I think her name is. She's awesome. She to me seems like president material. She seems like a good leader. Matthew, the second fiddle. Yeah, I've never heard that kind of phrasing before. Pumpkin, they're a bunch of fascists. They are. Matthew, it's so posh. I can't even pull it off. The English accents, the British accents can't do it. I'm just not able to. The last time we sounded that way, they were saying the British were coming. I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard that the reason that people in the UK and stuff sound the way they do is because they changed the way they talked after speak, or whatever, the way they, I don't know, the way they verbalize to each other. Because we broke off from Britain, we're considered the bastards of Britain. Canada still has the Queen or whoever on their money. We don't, because we broke off. We're the redheaded stepchildren of the family, I guess. And the UK and Britain and all them felt so tight about the whole situation that they actually changed their accent. And our accent's the actual British accent, and theirs is their new accent because they didn't want to be associated with us because we're bastards. I don't know if that's true or not, but I think it's mildly humorous. Let's read through the chat really quick before we move forward. Matt, Skosh, Brum, I can't even say half that stuff. Yorkshire all speak differently to each other. Oh, I'm sure. Just like how it is here. People in Texas talk way different than people that do in Minnesota. You know, just like people in the UP talk a lot different than they do in the main peninsula, or however that's at the lower peninsula of Michigan. And we're all in the same state. Yeah. What really gets me is when I hear Canadians with French accents, so they sound like they're speaking in cursive, but then they throw that like A at the end. I like that. Because that sound, to my ears, to my goofy American ears, that sounds like two different accents mixed together, and neither of them are my accent, and so that sounds really neat to me. Astral Hammer, did you see a group called Free Speech for People filed a lawsuit to keep Trump off the ballots here in Michigan? I did not. How can you label yourself Free Speech for People and your goal is to silence somebody? They gotta be Blue Team. Like, after saying that out loud, that totally sounds like Blue Team. We're gonna build a company called The Builders, but all we do is demolition. Okay. I'm gonna look that up. Thank you for letting me know, Astral Hammer. Cheeseburger, oh, USA and Canada is more French than British. I don't know. I don't know the actual history about any of it. Never cared about history growing up. Or geography. Never cared about any of it, and then somehow I ended up with this job. That's probably how politicians feel. They're like, I don't have a moral bone in my body. How did I become president? I'm like, it's not good. Garlic press. Don't ever try to figure out why the left does what they do. Your head will explode. Yeah, you got to descend into darkness before it makes sense to you, I guess. That's the only thing I can come up with. DeRosa, the left does it for their comrades. They do. They love their comrades until there's nothing going on, and then their comrades become dinner. They just start eating each other and devolving and laughing and giggling and squeaking and squawking and burning flags while they're doing it. And on top of smelling bad and being severely overweight. Cheeky Tickle, we are currently live on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, Odyssey, Rumble, and jeffmaclive.com, so I'm flipping through all the chats. And you have a better chance of me seeing you speak to me if you tag my name, because I am reading through a lot of different comments here. And I never know if you guys are talking to me or talking to each other. So if you don't tag me, there's a good chance I'm not going to respond to you. Not on purpose, it's just doing a lot here. I'm a mighty multitasker. Thank you so much, Mr. Beansy Beans, for gifting a sub over on Twitch. I appreciate you, Mr. Beansy Beans. Thank you. Let's see. What's up, CB? Happy freedom. Mike, that's hardcore. Oh, I don't even know what I said. I don't even know what I said now. By the time I get to that comment, I've said so much. Things I say are hardcore. It's not meant to be offensive. Unless you're soft and stupid, then you're probably offended by everything. Not you, Mike. You know what I'm talking about. Those soft and stupid people out there hurting kids and whatnot, those are the only people that really deserve to be offended. I am offensive to their kind, and I've accepted that. It's totally fine. This is how God made me. I don't have to make excuses. What's up, Raja? Happy freedom. He said, I'm on the wrong server. I need to go to Rumble. I have no idea why, and this is just, I'm going to blame it on because I don't feel good today. What's up, Mark? Happy freedom. I read that as wrong hole over and over again. This is the wrong hole. I need to go to Rumble. I don't know. I told you today it's going to be something else. Sam, them damn Democrats at work again. I know, all that damn crying and molesting each other. I can't stand it. What's up, Grip? Happy freedom. No, we missed the press briefing. Press briefing was at 12:30. When they start at 12:30, it just messes everything up. I'm in the middle of building the schedule and stuff, and it's hard to just stop what I'm doing, go live with the press briefing, and then make an announcement, hey, we're not doing Coffee with Hooligans, because I never got done with it by the time press briefing started. So it's a catastrophe. And I've seen your guys' feedback surveys. Thank you to everyone that's been going and filling out the surveys over on the website to give me feedback on how the live runs and what you like and don't like about the website. I really appreciate all the feedback, good, bad, or otherwise, because it gives me some insight on where to take these elements next. So I appreciate you guys. There was quite a few that were saying, like, we need more consistent start times. It is very difficult to get this show off the ground every day is very, very difficult. But I do hear you guys, and I am trying to do better. What's up, F-Body Bill? Happy freedom. Snooks, now whose mind's in the gutter? I know, I tried so hard not to think those thoughts. That's all that wrong think going on. That's my bad. My bad. Just being honest, okay? I'm honest. I can't help it. Here, Juice, you're cracking me up. Got the Canadian Minnesota thing going on there. All right, Hooligans, we're going to move on to this next one. It's titled Donald Trump in New York Court Over Civil Fraud Trial. Like I said, this is him walking right out of the courtroom. This was live when I picked it up, so I have to dig through the timeline really quick. Actually, it's saying it's live right now. I can't imagine it's still live. But I want to show you when he came out of the courtroom and spoke to everyone. where he's just like calling her out, like hardcore. Let's see, let me find it. I couldn't get an exact timestamp because of it being live. Just a moment. And the way that YouTube does their live now, you can't even tell where the time is in the video. You can only tell how much time is left between where you are on the timeline and then the marker. Oh, I think I found it. He comes out ready for it. He's all amped up. I'd say he's on top of things, but you already know that. Let's get this started. I believe I'm in a good spot.
Disgraceful trial put forward by an attorney general who's corrupt. We have murders going all over the city, all over the state at a record level. It's an epidemic, and they waste their time on this. With banks that were very happy, they got all their money back. They weren't defrauded. I've been defrauded. With a judge that ruled that a building and a property is worth $18 billion, $18 billion, when in fact it's worth over $1 billion, probably $1.5 billion. It may be worth anything. When many properties which are sold are worth much more than were listed in the financial statements, like double and triple. All you have to do, and we're wasting our time on this trial with a Democrat judge from the clubhouses. It's a disgrace. They ought to look for the murderers and the killers that are all over New York killing people, and the violent crime that's being committed in our city and our state is disgraceful, and we're going to be here for months with a judge that already made up his mind. It's ridiculous. He's a Democrat judge, he's an operative, and it's ridiculous. Other than that, things went very well.
What are you going to have for lunch? Will you come back after lunch?
Probably.
Well, obviously not everyone dislikes Trump. The press seemed pretty happy as he was, going on his merry way. Unlike old man Walter, where he walks away and there are still screaming questions at him because whoever did get a question in, he mumbled twice and farted once and then wandered off, and everybody else still has questions. So, yeah, Trump comes out, he just tells them, he's like, yeah, you guys are worried about me and the things that I'm putting on paper while your city's burning down, while you got more people coming across the border coming straight to New York than anywhere else, where you'd rather put border crossers before New Yorkers. He's like, yeah, but keep worrying about me. Keep worrying about me. Let your city burn. Yep. Calls him out. I like it. I'm all about that. And, oh, Dan's at work. I saw Dan popping in the chat for a second. Let's read through chat really quick before we move forward. Jeb, but how do you really feel? I know. Trump was letting him have it. Letting him have it. We'll see how it goes. They will never stop dragging him through the mud. I always try to think in the future as much as possible, and it's not really for preparation more than just entertainment, I suppose, because you can't predict the future in the times that we're living in now. But I imagine that after he becomes president again, does his 4 years, and then, goes on to other things, I bet they will still blame Trump for stuff. I bet 20 years from now, they'll still be on the news. But, well, that's one of those policies that Trump put in, and then the Democrats, came in and burned everything down. But that's Trump's fault, because he's the one that brought the policy in, before everything started burning down. It's his fault. It's his fault. Always will be. The end. I think they will always blame him for stuff. He's just an easy target. So it's easy to blame the guy that everybody knows and everybody likes. Just go ahead, keep squawking, that's a bad guy. We don't believe you. Breezy, he replied back to the reporter, thwarted that he probably would come back after lunch. Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about the whole trial situation. I figured it was over. When I found that live, it was a still shot of the courthouse. And there was no one around. And I rewound it to where Trump had come out, listened to what he said, liked what he said, and put it on the schedule. But I don't know anything about the trial itself. Maybe they're not concluded, and maybe he will come out and say some more, but I don't have enough timelines to put that on the schedule. If anything, we'll cover it tomorrow. The J, yes, the courtroom live is still live. I want to say when I pulled it up, they're just in the hallway standing around. There's no one, there's nothing to see. Until they come out of the courtroom, there's nothing to see. And old man Walter crop dusts the room. I know. It forces it on everyone. I bet old man Walter smells like death. You know what I'm talking about? Like when you go to Walmart and it smells like you just entered a colostomy bag. That's the smell of death. And a lot of times where you smell that smell, you can look and see a scooter with somebody elderly going by. Like severely elderly. Like shouldn't be on the side of the soil. Like no longer enjoying or having any real quality of life left. Is wandering somewhere in the vicinity of that smell. I grew up with really old people and they had really old friends. And I'm very familiar with the smell of death. And I bet that's what old man Walter smells like. Diarrhea and shame. Just reading through the chat really quick. Guess I'm Jay. That's not true. That's not true. Odyssey must just be dead in the water. DeRosa smells like KJP. Just a little hint of peppermint schnapps. What do you think KJP drinks? Since she's out here getting DUIs and stuff like that. What do you think she's sipping on? I'm trying to think. I'm going to think about it for a second. She don't seem like a Fireball kind of person. I wouldn't doubt some Dr. McGillicuddy's. DeRosa, you think some Goldschlager? I could see that. I could see her putting those down, drinking Heinekens and stuff. I could see that. I don't know, some Goldschlager. You think she filters it out? Tries to buy another bottle? I can't tell you how many videos I've seen of that. People getting Goldschlager and stuff, and they're like, I'm going to filter it out and buy another bottle. Like, yeah, idiot. You think the people that produced that didn't think that you guys would do that? Snooks, the courthouse, Fulton County in Georgia is supposed to be televised. Yeah, I plan on showing it. That's the plan anyways, as long as everything goes smooth. What's up, Anthony? Happy freedom. JT3 couldn't find the survey. It should be at the bottom of the description. Yeah, it is. It is at the bottom of the description. If you go into the description and you scroll all the way to the bottom, I've put the surveys on there so you guys can give me feedback. I'll probably eventually put it on Nightbot, and then Nightbot will post it in the chat for everybody that's on YouTube. And on Twitch. Cheeky tickle. You think I'm a redneck? What? I have never been called a redneck before. I've been called a lot of things, but never that. That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. A redneck. I never thought I'd make it this far in life. I've been called the N-word. I've been called a Nazi in the same live stream, by the way. Now I'm a redneck. That's something. That's something. A lot of people think I'm Antifa, or they used to when I had dreads. Never been a redneck, though. Hair juices, some Arbor Mist. Mad Dog 2020. I bet she does. I don't know. She's rough. KJP is rough. Annette, a duck fart is a drink up in Alaska. Never heard of that. Never heard of that. I bet she smells like a duck fart. KJP. Well, we're going to move forward to the next one. Sam, welcome to the redneck side. Just embrace it. Yeah, I guess. I guess. I didn't know. Guess MJ Redneck, you achieved a new level 69. I didn't know. I didn't know. I appreciate all the warm welcome, you hooligans. I was unaware. I didn't know that was the thing. Now, if he'd have called me a Yankee, then I'd think he was a Canadian or something, because I know they like to call us Yankees. And something I really think is funny about the whole calling Americans Yankees is that's what they called the North in the when the Civil War happened. The North were all the Yankees. The North won. So when Canada says, "Oh, you guys are a bunch of Yanks, a bunch of Yankees," yeah, that's because the North won. You're not saying anything bad to us. You're saying that we stopped slavery. And I always thought that was funny. When I was dating that Canadian girl, they would always give her a hard time, be like, "You're out there dating that Yankee, blah, blah, blah." And one day she got mad and she's like, "Yeah, well, you're just a Yankee." And I was like, "You goddamn right." I just told her. Because the North won. Don't tell me nothing. You don't know nothing. Stuff cracks me up. It's so funny because the U.S. and Canada is so similar. And the government sticks little things on our TV and radio to pin us against each other. And we're so alike. We're so alike about so many things. There's no reason to divide us. That's why I always say Canada is just northern Michigan. There's not really a difference. Very, very small differences. DeRosa, Jeff achieved Ginger Billy status. What did my mom used to call? My mom used to call them Hickerbillies when she moved down to Alabama. She's like, "There's a bunch of Hickerbillies down here." I guess they weren't very nice to my sister because my sister's half black, and they were doing bad things to her at school, saying bad things and drawing racist pictures and stuff like that. My mom used to call me, "Those damn Hickerbillies down there won't leave your sister alone. Keep saying they want to do bad things to her because she's a little tanner than everybody else." I'm like, "She move away. I'm going to tell you." I don't even know why she was calling me. She was on the run from the police, so don't call me with those problems. Anyways, we're going to move on to this last video. It's titled, "What an Embarrassment. Democrats caught pulling fire alarm, roasted for the excuse." This is some real blue team stuff here. All right. Let's see. Let's get this pulled up.
So over the weekend, the government did not shut down. They voted to extend it for another 45 days. But this is the headline in the New York Post this morning. Does this look like a door handle? Because Congressman Bowman, during the middle of that vote, he was trying to get out and wanted to leave out of the emergency door. You probably saw this over the weekend. And he pulled the fire alarm. So Republicans are saying he did that just to shut down the government or to make them avoid a vote or so everyone would leave.
Right. Because he pulled the fire alarm just as the House Democrats were trying to delay the vote. So they're trying to delay the vote. And he pulls that thing. He was a high school principal. He knows what he knows what a fire alarm looks like. There's one in every school in the world.
Yeah, they teach the kids not to pull them.
Well, you don't. Well, you know what you do if there's a fire? You don't pull it to open the door. Does that look like? Does that look like the thing you pull to open the door? Here's the statement they put out Saturday after he got caught because the House Republicans, of course, run the House of Representatives, and the House released the video. The image of him pulling the fire alarm. The congressman said, "Today, as I was rushing to make a vote, I came to a door that is usually open for votes, but today would not open. I am embarrassed to admit that I activated the fire alarm, mistakenly thinking it would open the door. I want to be very clear. This was not me in any way trying to delay the vote."
Sure.
And that is not what you pull to open a door. Come on, Congressman.
So, Ainsley, to your point, you know, what do you teach the children? He used to run a school. He ran the Cornerstone Academy for Social Action. And in their code of conduct, they have these rules and consequences. So if you pull the fire alarm when it's not supposed to, there's 2 levels. There's level 5 and level 6. Level 5.
This is at the school?
At the school. You get suspended for 10 days. If it's a level 6, there's long-term suspension, and you can get expelled for the entire year from the school. So to your point, he educated our kids for a long time. Shouldn't he play by the same rules that, you know, he held them?
How'd you get the handbook from the school? That's very impressive.
Oh,
nice.
The fire department shows up. I mean, that's a huge fine. The question is, there's going to be an investigation by Capitol Police. Are they going to ask for his phone? Did Hakeem Jeffries text him and say, we need a delay, pull the fire alarm? Was that his own brainstorm? And Nicole Malliotakis wants to pass a measure to get him ousted and fired in particular. So the socialist from New York, who tends to stand on the steps and scream at everybody, now finds himself in front and center. Nobody buys his explanation. What an embarrassment that is. And then you have AOC. I guess we're not going to play it, but AOC says for her it makes perfect sense.
In a moment of panic.
Yeah, in a moment of panic. Yeah, I couldn't get out the door. Now all of a sudden, after 500 plus votes, he can't figure out how to get in to vote.
You know, we joke about this, Steve, but I think the larger point is you got people that are locked up for preventing government proceedings going on.
Right.
Some people that weren't even there that are spending 30 years in prison. If your standard is the same, should he play by the same rules? Now, look, I'm not saying I'm a fan of all the J6ers that went there. They broke the law. There should be consequences. But a lot of civil libertarians say, does the punishment fit the crime? And if that is their standard, does this member of Congress have to play by those same rules?
Right. A lot of people agree with you, Lawrence. Even Donald Trump was saying the same thing.
Plus, what does it say about the competence of this member of Congress if he said, I didn't know how to open the door, essentially, without a staff member there. Usually the staff members say, okay, let's go this way, push the elevator button, stuff like that. Without a staff member, he can't open a door?
I mean, it says fire on it.
Right.
It says fire. You pull it if there's a fire.
And there's ropes everywhere.
It's just crazy.
And, I mean, what is it? What's his excuse that he thinks it was like, you know, the handicap buttons on the side?
Well,
I mean, is that what he thought?
He says he made a mistake. There's going to be an investigation. Let's hope they get to the bottom of it, and maybe he'll say, you know what, I was trying to delay it.
I didn't know there were cameras there.
Exactly.
That was his mistake.
And if he were a Republican, what would happen to him?
There are cameras everywhere in the Congress.
CNN wouldn't have taken commercials. They'd wait 24 hours.
Anyway, let's see what happens to the congressman. I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley.
I highly doubt anything's going to happen to that person. And I totally believe that they did that to delay the voting process and all of that. Like I said, this is totally some blue team stuff. Leave it to the blue team to go out there, pull a fire alarm on camera, and then claim it wasn't to delay the voting process, even though it did delay the voting process. And their only excuse was, I no longer remember how to open doors. Maybe you shouldn't be in Congress. Maybe you shouldn't be running anything. If you can't operate doors as a toddler can, then you're in the wrong job. You should go work at McDonald's, where everybody's used to your order being screwed up. I don't know. It's no good. And at Brainstorm, he doesn't have 2 brain cells to rub together. I'm saying. And then they act like they're going to investigate it. What is there to investigate? He's on camera. They know what was going on during that time of the day and what day it was. They already interviewed him where he made a statement saying that he no longer knows how to operate doors and he thought pulling the fire alarm was going to open the door somehow. I don't know how that works, but what else is there to investigate? And then these people at Fox are all, well, let's see what happens. What do you mean? The same thing is going to happen with this as with the cocaine they found at the White House. They have no answers. Just forget that it ever happened. Trump did it. And then they'll play a press briefing where KJP will sound like an idiot for an hour and a half. So I have no expectations of them finding anything out. This is normal blue team stuff. Like, just start a fire and they go tell everybody, oh no, there's a fire, and then put the fire out and they go, look at the great things that I did, as if you didn't start the fire. Like, that's just blue team all day. Par for the course. Just gonna flip through the chat really quick. That is all the coffee I had for you hooligans today. Tam, I'm with you. can't operate doors, probably shouldn't be in that office at all. Sam, do we have chapstick emojis yet? No, but that is a good idea, and I am going to write that down because I could probably whip that up pretty quickly. Let's see. Ka-chow. Pen. The chapstick emoji. That way we'll have options. You can either throw the shoe at KJP or you can throw the chapstick. Yes. Everything we do is so organic. Everything has just been built from the ground up through organic process. I love that. TJ, they better arrest him and throw him in the DC gulag, put him in solitary confinement. He should be arrested for pulling a fire alarm. There should be some consequence to that, not like, oops, I forgot how door handles work. Saw the door. He doesn't even have an excuse. I totally spaced it. He was a principal of a school. He doesn't know what fire alarms are. He doesn't know what they do. How did he connect one thing to saying it's going to open the door? He shouldn't have been a principal of a school if he doesn't know how doors operate. Jesus loves us. Happy Freedom Gonzo. Appreciate you being here. We need accountability. Every day. Everything we talk about. It all comes back to we need accountability. The Rosa Mad TV lowered expectations. I guess. And I hear there's a new... speaking of that, I hear that there's a new... what is it called? Grading system. They're going to try and make it so in school, because nobody's good at school anymore, they're going to make it even harder to fail. When I was in school, I want to say a 60 was an F. Or like an F plus or something. I can't quite remember. I want to say you had to have a 65 to get like a D minus, and you passed. You could pass with D minus. Obviously, you didn't pass with any kind of F. But they're lowering it. So now you can get like a 15 and still get a D minus. And they're doing that because people can't pass. So instead of making smarter people, we'll just lower the standard. And that won't have any negative repercussions. I'm totally certain of that. So stupid. I can't find anything solid on it, which is why we haven't covered it on Coffee with Hooligans yet. I'm trying to, because I can't figure out if it's just certain states, certain schools, or if the whole nation is doing this. I'm still investigating it, but I'm sure that'll work out. And it seems like across the board is that way. It's just stupid people doing important things and screwing it up and then not being held accountable for it. Welcome to America. Tom, my 8-year-old knows what a fire alarm is. Well, he's qualified for Congress, I'll tell you that. He's doing better than most. DeRosa, nah, future TikTokers. Yeah, for real. Mr. Beans, what a disgrace. Yeah, he is. That guy is. How can you even lie like that? I thought I was going to open the door. Like, you might as well say that next time you shoot somebody. Hey, I thought I was going to open the car door if I shot this guy in the face. All good? We're good, right? I just go home and it says all good? They're going to be like, who did you vote for? Blue team. They're going to be like, yeah, you can go. As long as it wasn't that bastard Trump. I'm like, yeah. Got to tuck the MAGA hat away before you get down the road. It's no good. Why are people saying Rumble's down? Doesn't look down to me. Oh, their server crashed. 500 service unavailable. Yep, their server. Rumble, why? Why, Rumble? Their server crashed. That sucks. I bet you can't get in any part of the website. I think a dog just got hit by a car. I don't know if you guys heard it, but it really sounded like a dog just got hit by a car. I live right off the highway. Not a freeway, a highway. So it's 55 right out front. And I just heard a dog scream for its life. And it was not the same sound as if you give the dog a whack. I think a dog just got hit by a car. In today's news, Well, that sucks. I don't know why Rumble just took a crap. It's the whole site's down. 502 bad gateway. It was just a 500, which is a timeout issue. They're having issues connecting to their server now. And I can't access the website, so I can't figure out why. I seen that, what is his name? Charlie Kirk was live. He had 11,000 people in his chat. Maybe he's bringing the fire and it took down their server. They need to invest in some more servers or something. And I imagine Rumble probably runs their own servers. They probably don't pay for a service. But they need to do something. Serum, it's Rumble's fault the dog died. The dog was a sacrifice. It's no good. It's no good. Well, I appreciate you guys telling me the Rumble was down, because I totally did not know. Guess some JSC, Rumble crashed, yeah. Raja, it's not my fault. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I didn't break the Rumble. The Rumble broke itself. I was just watching. Grip, Rumble's working for you? It is not working for me. This is all I get. Over and over again. It's no good. It's broke-a-did. Klaus did it. Klaus did it. Klaus, how'd you do that while you were napping? You're a clever cat, you know that? He's over sleeping. He just looked at me with one eyeball, but the other one was looking over here. Okay. Okay, Klaus Daniels, you just go back to sleep now. Rough stuff. All right, hooligans. Well, that is all the coffee I had for you guys today. I'm going to drop the Linktree link in the chat for you guys, and we're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance here in a second. Please click the Linktree link, if I could grab it. And scroll down the list. You have access to all the donation links if you would like to donate to the live and support us to keep us going, or join a membership program to be an ongoing supporter and get all the benefits of being a hooligan member, an official hooligan. Make sure you get a membership on a platform you hang out on the most. That way it will be the most effective. You can also access both merch stores from the Linktree link. One that has shirts, hoodies, all kinds of clothing, and coffee mugs. And then the other one has hats, flags, patches, and I think we even got flip-flops over there if you're feeling like busting the toes out before it gets too cold. And then I want you guys to go join Gilded. Gilded is free and is the best way to receive notifications for when and where we go live. Every time we go live, the hooligans are there keeping the conversation going 24/7 about upcoming events and new things going on and breaking news and whatever they got going on in each of their lives. It is the place to be. Definitely go join Gilded. If you're an introvert and you don't want to mingle with other hooligans, we have a news board to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. And like I said, you will receive notifications every time we go live. No matter what the event is or what platforms we're going to be on, you will be the first to know. So definitely go join Gilded. I need to put the links for the feedback on the Linktree. You hooligans got to remind me. I will do that at some point today. So if you guys would like to leave feedback and let me know how I'm doing, whether we're covering Trump or we're doing Coffee with Hooligans or we're playing the game, or how you feel about the website, I will have to put that in there. But if you would like to give feedback, go to the bottom of the description, and it shouldn't matter on what platform you're on. Maybe Twitch and Kick won't be able to access this without going to the contact page on the website, but everybody else, you should have links in the description of the platform if you would like to leave feedback. If you don't see the link, just go to the contact page at jeffmaclive.com. You'll see the links at the very bottom. If you would like to leave me some feedback to let me know how I can improve everything that I am trying to do here. I wish Rumble would. Oh, there we are. Rumble's back. Are we still live? We are. We are. Rumble's back. All right. Welcome back, hooligans. Welcome back to the Rumble side of things. All right. Good to go. Just in time. All right, hooligans. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I hope I wasn't muted. I don't think I was muted. I'm having me a day today. I think I need to take my temperature. I might not be running tip-top like I think I am. I got the sweats. I'm cold and hot at the same time. Look how red my flesh is. And this is aching like out of control. I feel like I got my ass kicked yesterday without the privilege of getting my ass kicked. You know what I mean? I don't know. We're going to flip through the chat really quick, make sure everybody is good to go. We will be live at 6 p.m. Eastern Time with some more Starfield. I think we're starting to crack into the, what is it, the UC or whatever. We're going to be like government on Starfield. I don't know. It's going to be interesting, though. We're just getting started with that. If you'd like to come hang out with us while we play the game, we will be live on Kick, jeffmaclive.com, or on Jeff Mac Gaming. If you would like to join Jeff Mac Gaming, you can scroll to the bottom of the link tree to find it. Just subscribe to the channel. We'll be live at 6. For everyone else, we will be live tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. I'm going to read through the chat really quick, and then we're going to wrap this up. And you love the website. I appreciate it. Thank you for the feedback. Sam, the Democrats might be trying to shut it down. What, Rumble? Oh, I keep hearing about Rumble getting pressured about censorship. Europe wants them to take Russell Brand down because Russell Brand is being accused of some offensive charges. And so, although there hasn't been any court proceedings or anything saying that he's actually guilty, just because someone pointed their fingers at him and said that he did bad things, now Europe is trying to ban Rumble, or they're threatening to ban Rumble. They're telling Rumble to either censor him or they're going to ban the whole platform in Europe for a while, and it may still be this way. People in Germany were unable to access Rumble. They would get a big white and green page saying, hey, your government won't let us have access to you. I think there's even other countries that are doing the same thing. This is not new. This has been going on since like 2020. It's just an ongoing march of censorship and pressure on Rumble for them to censor people. From what I understand, they have not started censoring anyone, and they don't have intentions on doing so. They are standing tall and shining bright. From what they're saying and showing emails on their Twitter account and stuff, saying that they are being pressured, but they don't have intentions of actually taking anyone down or censoring them, which is really good. So I've heard a little bit about that. Hey, I appreciate you, Annette. Have a good day as well. Guess MJ, if AOC is facing a firing squad, I don't know why I can't talk. If AOC was facing a firing squad, they would try to get away by yelling fire. They would. That is blue team stuff right there. It really is. It's all sleight of hand with them. Madeline, my Rumble stayed on, but the chat didn't work. That's how mine was too. Everything seemed fine, but when I was flipping through the chats and people were telling me Rumble was not fine, I came back to the page and refreshed it, and then that's how I got stuck on the outside of the website. But up until that point, I was experiencing the same thing. Send, yep. Everybody dropping the ones in the chat to let me know you're back. You guys are so awesome. I appreciate you hooligans so much. Gangster White, what is that, cat? I think it says cat. I can't read it, it's in orange. Are you a soccer hooligan? I'm not. I'm trying to think. Because I think hooligans are soccer in Europe or something or somewhere. I don't know. We're our own kind of hooligan. We're not related to anything else. Because there's also like in the 40s or something, there was like a racist group in Europe that said something or other. We're not part of none of that either. We're our own kind of hooligans. We were just young hooligans at one time, running in and out of the house, making grandma pissed and stuff, telling us to either come in or stay out, but there ain't gonna be no running in and out going on here today. We were those kind of hooligans, and we are just grown now, and that's all it is. Oh, everybody's need a little screaming goat. Grey Wolf, I don't think they're gonna censor Rumble, not for us, not here in America. I don't. The governments across, overseas, they may censor Rumble to their people, But Rumble isn't censoring anybody from what I understand. They do have community guidelines, and you can screw up and you can get taken down and stuff like that. And their community guidelines are wrote very similar to YouTube, but they are not enforcing them to that degree that I've seen. I know that there is somebody who did just get censored, some famous person on Rumble, that they got their video taken down and everybody was crying about censorship, but that person was doing a call to action. It was saying to go out and hurt people, and that video got taken down. And people were pissed. They were like, well, what about free speech and this, that, and the other? But no platform is going to allow you to do that because you're liable. And that, like, my community guidelines are like that on the website too. They're like, you know, I don't have any intentions of hovering over you and telling you what to do. But if I just let you do whatever and you commit a crime, I'm the one that gave you the ability to do that because I'm the platform. And so I can't just have you committing crimes, you know what I mean? Because that makes me liable. So you'll never be on a platform that is completely free of any kind of structure. As much as we want free speech and stuff, there has to be structure. You know, society exists within structure. You know, everybody wants to be free, right? But if we lived in a world where we could just shoot each other and take shits on each other's corpses right in broad daylight, nobody did anything, the world wouldn't be really a great place either. We have to have structure. We don't need censorship, but we need structure. And so there'll never be a platform without structure. It's just because of the news, the media, and the way the world is right now, it's very hard for us to see the line between structure and censorship, like full-on control. And that's because the government and everybody who's in control loves to blur that line so they can show up and censor you, but then tell you it's based on structure. This is to benefit everyone, although it's not in most cases when the government's bringing it to you. The worst thing you could ever hear from the government is, we are here to help. Pesky. Rumble is having a wait a minute. Russia is having a nuclear drill today. Maybe they took it down. I don't know. Now, the 500 error means that there was a timeout, meaning that you did a call on the website. You did something to pull a call from the database, and it did not reach the server. So there was nothing to bring back. You did a call, but there was no response. And because of that, you hit a 500 error page. And then the 502 is login gate, which means that it no longer had access to the database for your call to go through to even receive a response from the database. The only reason I know this stuff is because I got to go through this crap for my own website. And Rumble's got the money, so I don't understand why their servers go down every other day. The only thing I can think of is there's really that many people moving over to Rumble that when a new live starts and it has somebody that's really famous on there and everybody flocks, like when Andrew Tate goes live, or Charlie Kirk, or Donald Trump, or Right Side Broadcasting, so many people flood to the website that it just crashes the whole system because it's all these calls going into the server all at once, when on a regular day there's not that much of an influx. So either way, everybody looks good to go. We did the pledge. I told you guys we'll be live with the game at 6 tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern time, and we'll be live with the next Coffee with Hooligans tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern time. I appreciate all of you guys being here. You guys are fantastic as always. Please be safe out there in the world. It's a dangerous place if you didn't know that. Big shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans, and I would not be able to do this without you. So thank you so much for all your support. I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.